I want to share with you two readings this morning before we take a little time for me to share with you some of my thoughts for us today. And I'm just trying to get us on Facebook again. All right. So the first reading is from one of my favorite books of all time, The Color Purple. And I wanted to share with you all this particular passage, and I will edit it accordingly. Here's the thing, says Shug, the thing I believe. God is inside you and inside everybody else. You come into the world with God, but only them that search for it inside find it. And sometimes it just manifests itself, even if you're not looking, or you don't know what you're looking for. Trouble do it for most folks, I think. Sorrow, Lord, feeling like crap. Crap, I ask. Yeah, it. God ain't a he or a she, but a it. But what do it look like, I ask. Don't look like nothing, she says. It ain't a picture show. It ain't something you can look at apart from anything else, including yourself. I believe God is everything, says Shug. Everything that is, or ever was, or ever will be. And when you can feel that, and be happy to feel that, then you've found it. And then my second reading is from Adrienne Ree Brown, who I have just been totally loving follow on Instagram during this time because she always gives such great messages around Indigenous peoples. And this is actually a message from White Eagle, who is a part of the Hopi Indigenous tribe, that was written on March 16th, 2020. Take care of your home. Take care of your body. Connect with the middle body of your spiritual house. Connect to the center of your spiritual home. Body house, medium body, spiritual house. All this is synonymous. This is to say the same. When you are taking care of one, you are taking care of everything else. Do not lose the spiritual dimension of this crisis. Have the aspect of the eagle, which from above sees the whole, sees more widely. There is a social demand in this crisis, but there is also a spiritual demand. The two go hand in hand. Without the social dimension, we fall into fanaticism. But without the spiritual dimension, we fall into pessimism and lack of meaning. You were prepared to go through this crisis. Take your toolbox and use all the tools at your disposal. Learn about resistance with Indigenous and African peoples. We have always been and continue to be exterminated, but we still haven't stopped singing, dancing, lighting a fire, and having fun. Don't feel guilty about being happy during this difficult time. You don't help at all by being sad and without energy. It helps if good things emanate from the universe now. It is through joy that one resists. Well, it's lovely to be with you for another Sunday virtually. And today I just wanted to share a few things about the wisdom of our bodies, and using those two passages, one from Alice Walker and one from an Indigenous tribe and leader, thinking about our bodies and thinking about our sacredness and what wisdom comes to us quite naturally through our bodies. And really, I believe Gabe touched on it so well in her story. We have scars in our bodies. We have places of pain. We have places where we may not want to talk about the issues that have come to us. And this is a moment for us to be curious about those places, to be curious about how we have resisted, what our resilience has been, and how with our beloved people that we are currently able to connect with, whether it is in person in our homes or via some kind of technology, how is it that we learn about our bodies and our connectedness and the deep wisdom that is within us? And some of the things in my reading this week that I came across that I found super helpful is one, taking breaks, slowing down. A lot of us are actually overdoing right now because we have to, because many of us are parenting and working and trying to figure out what in the world is going on in our communities and in our country and in our world. Take breaks. Even if it's just a moment where you take a deep breath, where you walk outside and literally walk back in. If you can, get out into nature and walk in the woods with your family or by yourself or with your beloved dog. Those are precious moments that will provide resource for your body and for your soul. Take breaks as you can, and know that the world is trying to get you to not do that. And the greatest resistance that you can do is to proclaim that you deserve that space and that time. The next thing sort of sounds like it's in direct contradiction to what I just said, but have a schedule. As Gabe mentioned, it's so important for us. We are scheduled human beings. We are people that enjoy a ritual, that enjoy a routine. All human beings need that. And this has thrown and upset the whole apple cart of what our ritual and routine life looks like. It's a time for us to create a new kind of ritual, a new kind of routine for ourselves. I find it so challenging in the morning to not just look at my phone and then find 2 hours later that I've still been looking at my phone. Put down your phone. Pick up a book. Listen to the wisdom that is running within you. Listen to music. Sing music. Create a routine for yourself where you are balancing, if at all possible, self-care, getting things done, attending to your loves, including yourself, and moving your body. Our bodies need to be moved. They need to be cared for. They need to know that we have not given up on them. And the third thing for us to do, so we need to take a break. We need to create a routine that involves ritual in our day. And then the third thing is to remember to reach out. We know how to do this. When we were born into this world, all we wanted to do was reach out for someone to love us, to hold us, to be connected with us. Don't give up on reaching out. You have a whole community right here if you're on Facebook or if you're on Zoom, a whole community of people to reach out to connect with, to remember your significance, to recognize their significance, to know that we are in this together and that is the only way that we will get through. So many of us are juggling, as I said, so many things. And this is an opportunity for us to stop juggling and to see what happens, what springs forth, what new things we will learn. We're learning them right now just by pivoting and being on Facebook and being on Zoom together, bringing the church out into the world. We are showing that we can be resilient, that we have the ability to create a routine for ourselves, that we can take a break, that we can trust the wisdom and the nurturing of our bodies, and that in that space, we will know that we have great wisdom that we can share with all those around us who are desperately in need of it. Take breaks, create a routine, reach out, and remember that you and your body and all those bodies that are surrounding you now are necessary and important for our survival and for the depth of the wisdom that we will burst forth from this time and this moment. Amen. We're going to have Gingy play a song.